Franck Yannick Kessié is a professional footballer from the Ivory Coast. He plays as a central midfielder for Italian Serie A club Milan and the Ivory Coast national team. The AC Milan striker is one of the league's most highly regarded midfielders. With his contract with AC Milan set to end in 2022, multiple clubs have indicated their strong interest in the lanky midfielder, most notably Italian champions Inter Milan and Premier League heavyweights Liverpool. However, the 24-year-old is not letting it deter him from achieving his season's primary objective. His strong physical attributes, including stamina and strength, have been used to give the midfield bite. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to another video, my people. I couldn't think of anything on the fly, in case you couldn't tell. Alright, so today we've come to you with 10 things you didn't know about Franck Kessié. Before moving any further, it would be super kind of you. You'd be like a real charitable humdinger if you kindly liked this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, all that good old boring old stuff, and yeah, let's get started. This gentleman is not inexperienced with Italian football. He's a talented midfielder who's equally adept at defending as he is attacking. He made his Primavera debut against AC Milan on March 1, 2015, after joining Atlanta's academy from Stella Club de Ajame. He was loaned for a year to the now bankrupt Cesena, who he continued to flourish for, and did not hesitate when the Rossoneri came knocking. After spending his first 2 years on loan, his transfer became permanent in July 2019. He spent the 2016-17 season with Atlanta before joining Milan. This Ivorian is often employed as a central midfielder, but he's also been utilized as a defender occasionally. His defensive awareness and outstanding tackling ability shine through when he plays in the pivot position, and his ball control and his calmness come in handy in the middle of the field. To begin, he is known by the moniker Frankie. Franck Yannick Kessié was born on December 19th of 1996 in the village of Oraggio in the south-central Ivory Coast. When he was born, his parents were Mr. and Mrs. Kessie. The player is an Ivorian national and black ethnic origin. In actuality, his family has strong links to West African country, which is home to the renowned footballer Didier Drogba. Are you aware that he shares a town with Serge Aurier? Well, now you have it. Are you aware that Kessie spent most of his youth in his hometown of Oraggio? As a child, he wished to be a professional footballer and spent a lot of time on the streets and fields with a ball at his feet. The footballer grew up in a middle-class family, and as a result, he had a reasonable chance of success in everything he set his mind to. Fortunately, he picked soccer, and that sport chose him back. Frankie was known by a few select supporters and admirers following his meteoric fame. Only a few individuals have actually known him since he was born, and they are connected. Frankie's father was a professional footballer before enlisting in the army. Kessie died of an illness when he was just 11 years old. As a result, every time Frankie celebrates a goal, he does a military salute in memory of his late father. On the other hand, his mother remains unknown. Frankie has never mentioned having a sibling or a sister when he's not with his parents. Kessie's also been mum about his extended family too, most notably his maternal and paternal grandparents. Frankie is well versed in matters of love and relationships. In actuality, he's had countless adventures with attractive females before sealing the marriage certificate with his wife Joelle. He was born and reared in Yopougon as well. Surprisingly, the soccer player has kept the details of their wedding private. Kessie and Joelle's union resulted in the birth of one child. Frankie's demeanor can be summed up in two terms: sensitive and rocky. When we use the term rocky, we mean his capacity to execute at a high level when called upon, which explains why, following the defeat in the Milan derby, he maintained his composure despite being insulted racially by Inter supporters. Additionally, he is sensitive, emotionally astute, and friendly. Indeed, one may characterize this free-spirited soccer player as an all-weather athlete. However, it's critical to remember that Kessie maintains a private and personal life. His willingness to spend time outside with friends and colleagues should not be misunderstood for an entirely free-spirited individual. Frankie is a fantastic young achiever. This is not a rumor, but rather a fact. Particularly when one considers his annual salary of 2.2 million euros, it's asserted that the wealthy football players do not attempt to demonstrate that wealth. Kessie is a staunch adherent to the proverb since he cannot flaunt his costly cars. He's also been coy about the luxury of his home/apartment. In July 2019, the midfielder signed a deal with AC Milan at a whopping 2.2 million euros per year. According to estimates, he gets 6,027 euros every day and 251 euros per hour. This indicates that the ordinary guy would need to labor 5.4 years to earn what the tanker earns in a month. During his tenure in Milan, his market worth climbed from 20 million to 55 million euros. The Ambition Group represents the Nike-supported midfielder. His net worth is believed to be in the area of 3 million euros. Despite being called up to the leading team of Nerazzurri, the teenager was never allowed to make his professional debut. Fortunately, the club leased him out to the Cesena in Serie B, where he developed into a team captain while also learning to play in a new position as a midfielder. When Frankie's sensational time at Cassana ended, he returned to his previous club and was granted a well-deserved professional debut. He established himself with the club before his 2017 move to AC Milan. Since his arrival at the Black and Red, Kessie has been shown to be worth every single penny the club has spent for him. Additionally, he acts as the dressing room's president and the second penalty kicker for AC Milan, a leader. The rest, as they say, will be history, regardless of how his subsequent career unfolds. Contrary to widespread perception on the internet, Frankie was not a late starter in soccer. Indeed, he spent years playing on local clubs' playgrounds, notably Zaydi FC. However, there were no opportunities for such advancement. As a result, he traveled to Abidjan and joined the Stella Club at Djamé, one of the greatest Ivorian teams. Kessié, who was born in Araguio, began his career in 2010 with the youth program of Stella Club at Djamé. In 2014, he was promoted to the first team. On January 29, 2015, Kessie signed over a 3-year contract with Serie A club Atlanta. He was first assigned to the Primavera squad, making 7 appearances. On August 26, 2015, Kessié signed a 1-year loan agreement with Cesena of Serie B. Following that, he established himself as an undisputed starter, appearing in 37 games and scoring 4 goals, as his club came within a whisker of promotion via the playoffs. After returning from a loan spell, manager Gian Piero Gasparini elevated Kessié to the main squad. Kessié subsequently established himself as a regular in Gasparini's starting 11, netting game-winning penalties against Torino and Roma respectively. He also equalized against Empoli on December 20th of 2016, with Marco D'Alessandro scoring the last-minute victory. On January 4th, 2017, he was included in Michael Dussaier's 23-man squad for the 2017 Africa Cup of Nations and started all of his team's matches as they were eliminated from the group stage. With 3 assists at the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations, he equaled Ismail Benacer for the tournament's most assists. The African player is a sincere Christian. On the other hand, he has no reservations about celebrating Islamic festivals among Muslims. In reality, Kessié appeared with colleague Hakan Kalhanoglu to commemorate his Muslim supporters on the occasion of Eid Mubarak. Franck Kessié has not earned any accolades during his career, either at the club or national level. He's not won any trophies, either individually or collectively, which is pretty rare for a player at this level of club and national games. So what are your thoughts on all this goody-goods stuff? Do you think Franck Kessié has the potential to become one of the legends of the game? And if so, let us know in the comment section below. And that's about all I got for you in today's video. I did hope you all enjoyed watching. You know what? I'm going to change it up today. I hope you all hated it. I hope that you hated it so much that you had to continue watching it just to see how much more you hated it in the next seconds. And if you did, don't forget to dislike it and not share it with your friends. I read a book on reverse psychology. This is going to work splendidly. Yeah, you could also hit the subscribe button and that stuff if you felt like it, whatever. I'm done with the reverse psychology bit now. Back to regular pleading. Anyways, watch our other videos too, and we'll see you later.